Old Dhaka. Or else, the city of mosques and Venice of the East is the sprawling heart of Bangladesh's capital. Here, the Islamic heritage is omnipresent. Although you may search in vain for picturesque canals, you will find the mighty Buriganga River twisting through its old veins. The cityscape is marked by colorful rickshaws, Mughal and British architecture, and religious diversity. But the most important cultural mark, without a doubt, is the culinary scene. The history of Dhaka goes back, way back. At some point, kings, emperors, sultans, colonialists all called the city home. While the elites came and went, the ordinary folk remained and preserved what was worth preserving. The legacy of the different periods lives on in the cultural, religious, and gastronomic diversity in Old Dhaka. Sadly, only a few buildings such as the Lalbagh Fort and the Pink Palace from the Mughal period, one of the most important in Old Dhaka's lifeline, survived. But the Mughal influence on the culinary landscape is unmistakable. Let us begin our exploration of Old Dhaka's culinary delights with food inherited from the Mughals. One cannot and should not avoid biryani, kebab, and nehari, which can all be traced back to the Mughal period and boast the perfect blend of flavors, spices, and aromas. If you're walking around Molavi Bazaar with an empty stomach, worry not, for there is a remedy. The smell of one unmistakable Morocco Polao will guide you through the narrow streets to Haji Nanna Biryani. Since 1962, Mr. Nanna's Biryani has been the talk of the town. Today, the family restaurant is run in its second generation by Mr. Abdullah, who keeps the secret recipe close to heart but is not afraid to share his delicious food with you.
মাসে 5 তারিখে এটা আমাদের একটা অফার ছিল যে একদিনই হয় যদি কোনো গ্রাহক আমাকে আইসা বলে যে আমার 20টা 30টা লাগবে আপনি দিতে পারবেন কিনা ইনশাআল্লাহ আমি দিতে পারবো.
Competition is the name of the game in the eatery business. A place at the top is hard earned and only comes from consistently serving the best quality. Jhunu Polao Ghar has done just that. For the past 5 decades, they have earned a special recognition amongst Old Dhaka's foodies. Anyone will tell you to try Jhunu's Polao here. A mix of local chicken and slightly dry white chinigura butter rice cooked in a traditional firewood oven.
Jhunu মালিকের মেয়ের নাম আদর করে মালিকের মেয়েরা অনেক আদর করে ওই হিসাবে জুনু নাম দিচ্ছে আমাদের পুরানো কাস্টমার বেশিরভাগই আর যারা অনেকে নতুন শুনে আসে খায় তৃপ্তি পায় এই হলো.
Another signature dish the Mughals left us is Nehari, a stew cooked with a lot of beef or lamb or mutton along with bone marrow. Amania Hotel and Restaurant is best known for this dish. Yet sadly, they only serve it on Fridays. It is so well known that they usually run out by 8 a.m. While having bone marrow for breakfast might seem odd to some, Nehari has helped millions of working-class people to get through long hours of work after the morning prayers. Traditionally eaten on the way to work, Nehari is a nourishing, rich, yet delightful dish that keeps anybody from thinking about food for hours.
বেশিরভাগ মানুষ হয়তো অসহায় মানুষ এদিকে অনেক লেবার টেবার এইসব খায় এইজন্য দামটা আমরা তুলনামূলক অন্যদিকে চাইতে আমাদের দামটা একটু শোচনীয়ভাবে রাখছি আর কি.
The Mughal influence in Bengal subsided after 1704. Even though they moved the capital away from Dhaka and the British gained prominence, their imprint on Old Dhaka's culinary landscape outlived their physical presence. Take a stroll down the streets of Old Dhaka any day and you will have this unmistakable Mughal experience. Discover more diverse eateries with the Old Dhaka Food Map.